In this video, we're going to talk about your successor trustee. This is probably one of the most important parts of your living trust. So you and your spouse are the initial trustees. You're the main owners. I like to tell folks, think of a living trust as a corporation. And in this corporation, you give it a name. It's the John Smith Family Living Trust. That's the name. It's a corporation. So now what ends up happening is John Smith, is the owner of that trust, that corporation. And if John Smith passes away, John has to pre-select who the next CEO is in waiting to be able to take over the corporation and have a backup ready to go. Those two people are called your successor trustees, your primary successor and your secondary successor. In my experience, having talked to many families and helping them out, usually they would pick two of their children if they have adult children over the age of 18. And if they decide to go that route, I generally encourage them to consider the children that are most organized, that follow up on paperwork, that will, be fair and just be responsible. That child that is not as responsible, doesn't follow up on paperwork, doesn't pay bills on time, is probably not going to be the best choice. Or if you want to select a good friend, if you have no children, who's a friend you can trust, will take care of your assets and make sure your property is sold and divided and given to charity and so forth. And you want to make sure you compensate that person as well. So there's a section in the Riches division in Chapter 3 where you can compensate your trustee if you want to. So yes, that's very important. So let's go to that section so you can see what it looks like before you get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to continue an interview that I have that's 50% complete. I'll probably have to go back a few steps. So yes, let's go to people. So we'll talk about your children. So let's say you want to add your children. Well, in this case, I'm not adding children, so I could show you what it's like to add trustees. So we go to save and next, and these are the trustees. So I added a few trustees. So I put Ruben, my brother, Mary, my sister, as the trustees, primary and secondary. And then automatically the software is going to recommend that Ruben and Mary be my health agent. The health agent is a little separate. It's still like the CEO. You got the CEO, which is the successor trustee. Then you could have the same people be your health agent. And these are the folks that are going to be making health decisions. If you're in a coma and they need to pull the plug or keep you alive, do not resuscitate. Those are the health decisions that they're going to help execute. Now, if you want to make it easier, most people will keep the same two people for the health agent and the financial agent. So if you're okay with that, these same two people, otherwise you can change it. If you keep them the same, now here we got the financial agents. You want to assign them. And again, if they're the same, you got nothing to do. Just leave it there. Just verify that it's correct and you move on to the next one. Financial agents are going to be responsible for paying the bills. If you're in a coma for a year or 2 years, who's going to take care of your mortgage, take care of your car, apply for Social Security, whatever it is? That's what the financial agent does. And generally, it's usually the same person. That's the successor trustee, the health agent, and the financial agent. And if you have any children under the age of 18, you can select a guardian. Otherwise, it's going to remain blank. And if you adopt a child in the future, you could always write in the guardian in the document. So that's selecting a successor trustee, a health agent, and a financial agent. Most of the times it's going to be the same two people, but again, think about who you want to hire, who is responsible, who you care for, who cares for you. Hope that helps.